So basically, you guys don't know, this is kind of static grass. This is my strategy for adding static grass to models. So I have Elmer's glue. This is fine. And I have these little tweezers. And then what you want to do is just take the model and, well, here, this is another thing that you should also have, is a brush that you really do not care about losing. Like this one right here. Again, this is an Amazon brush. Like this guy is like really, he's really messed up. Like he's just unusable now. But something like this is perfect because we're going to use it to spread the glue around. Which isn't super necessary for everything, but like for example, like what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just take some glue and put it on the places where I want the grass to be. And then I simply take my tweezers and just kind of put a little more normal than is necessary. Then just take it and then just kind of tap it back into the box. Now, one thing to say is that if you do drop like a clump of glue in this, then it'll like stick together. That has happened to me before, but I don't think it's too big of a deal where, and you won't lose that much grass if you do have to like throw it away or whatever. And I just think it saves time with the cleaning up and stuff. So again, I'm not using the brush yet because these guys are pretty small. So I just want grass on like one little side of them. Maybe a little more so he kind of looks a little unique as opposed to this other guy. And just free grassy rock shrew. Again, just put more than normal. And just tap it off and it'll fall back into the box. And there you go. That's how you add just a little static grass. There is another kind of static grass you can add that has like, you basically, like the bottom of it is sticky and you can kind of just stick it on. But this is specifically this is kind of a more free thing, so you can be a little more creative with how you place it and how much you want and where they go. Or the other one is called tufts, not static grass, technically speaking. But yeah, then we just take that and we just kind of tap it back in to the box. And we're good. And now let's do this with the bigger model. Now, one thing again here is because I put this on, I'm trying to make sure I don't make a mess. Because I put this on like after I put the base paint down, you can see that some of the things are kind of like hanging up. Like they're not completely flush. So I'm just going to put the grass down in ways that kind of covers that. So it doesn't look as awkward. So to do that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to take the glue and take the guy. I'm going to put a big clump of glue. Like a huge, like too much, right? Something like that. And then again, obviously just be careful not to get this on the model. The reason I put like a big clump like that right there is because I'm going to take it and I'm going to use it to drag around. And then we don't need the grass yet. Let's just get the glue in place. So like around here where I want to cover up where it kind of like I want to make it look like maybe like the grass is raised, so it's sitting on some grass. I can just take from this big pile, kind of just toss it around the rocks here, you know. And then obviously put the pile in a place where you want the grass to be, because that's also going to be where we put grass down. Take this, just put some around this rock here too. Okay, now that's done. We just put the grass where the glue is, and then we just tap it off. Now, it might actually be better to do this like one at a time so that the glue doesn't like dry, but obviously this isn't going in we're not doing this at a speed that like should take so long. So it's there. Just tap it off until you're happy with the result. Now we move on to the next one. Grass does get stuck on the models this way, but again, just keep tapping it. It'll all come out eventually. And if it gets like stuck, like it's not moving, just take a dry brush, brush with no paint on it, and just throw it down there so you can see. You can see now, like it's still not like flush, but it's a little more hidden. It's a little kind of more hidden the way now that it's kind of like sitting inside grass. Okay, yeah, that turned out well actually. If it's on the base, you could just wipe it off the base, but yeah, see we pat. So now you can see the result of that is like, because it's not flush, now it just looks like it's sitting on a pile of grass instead of kind of just hanging out in the air. Which is kind of the effect that we wanted with this. This piece on this leg is sitting pretty flush, so you don't really got to worry about this one too much, but I'll put grass down just to cover any maybe like lines. Also, it looks like it's kind of growing in a patch of vegetation. A little Tyranid capillary tower thingy there. So that's always good. Tap, 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 tap. And then the last one is just going to be this kind of metal grate. And this also doesn't work with just grass too. If you want to put like rocks and stuff, rocks is a little harder. I think you might need something stronger for Elmer's glue with rock. But yeah, for grass, Elmer's glue should be fine. Yeah, this is just an easy way to kind of hide like imperfections with the base, because Games Workshop bases don't always like sit perfectly flush. Or if you do the base first and then you put stuff around it, or you put the model on top of it after the base is done, then it won't always sit flush. So you can see here that like there's a little bit of grass on his claw. So to get rid of that, I'm just taking this brush that's dry and just kind of wiping it off. But yeah, and that is how you add grass. That is how you add grass to the tufts, or grass to a base. And again, yeah, you see here, like this used to kind of be floating, suspended in midair. Now the grass beneath it at least looks like it's sitting on top of something. It's kind of like a way of hiding it. This I think was not super flush too, but again, because the grass is like there, kind of hides that imperfection of the base. And yeah, that is our Biovore done. Welcome, Kevin, to the crew. He's the newest member of the Jane Story Tyranid High Fleet. And yeah.